Good morning, sir.
Morning. Good morning. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, anyone just recall what we was in the last class? Whatever things you understood, kindly anyone can recall. Anyone can recall what we was in the last class?
Sir, we learned about the difference between electric circuit, electric network,
Yeah.
and then we learned about computer network, that there is a receiver, there are different senders, and then we have message or channel, and there is a protocol. We call all these things together a node.
Yeah.
And computer network is a set of nodes. Then we
Okay.
learned about different network architecture, like
Okay.
telegraph, which was message switching, telephone, circuit
Yeah.
switching,
Yeah.
and internet packet switching.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So last class we have seen about the evaluation of network. So what is network? What are the elements required to establish network? Then we have seen out the telegraph as well as telephone. Now, this class we will move to other switching techniques, evaluation of switching techniques, because manual switching and the circuit switching, packet switching, we know the difference of all these things. We will see in detail. So, what is manual switching? What is packet switching? Then, what is circuit switching? Today's class. This class. So, if you see here, this is the diagram for manual switching. If you see that olden days. So all there is no that intelligent inner uh, exchange. The human operator, it is like the normal the wire. You'll take that wire, then he will connect. He will identify. Suppose that's why I told. If you want to make a phone call, you have to book. That is a trunk call. You have to book with the number. Then they will allot the time. During the time, if you're going there, automatically, they will connect. They will connect. That is nothing but manual switching, because that time that the number of the connections also it is very very less comparing to the required number of comparing to the user equipment handsets. So in a manual switching, they will only establish the connections by using that manual the connections. So human operators will involve, but only thing in a human operators are intelligent or they are also very flexible. Only thing it is an expensive and not always it is a discrete. So that is the problem with the manual switch. That due to the technology development, due to the advancement of the invention of the patch card. So patch card panel invented only 1877. I think this patch card you may see in our lab. Maybe if we did any that communicate system lab to connect, so we are using the patch card between maybe between the power supply to the breadboard, or I think in the kit you may have a patch card. Suppose if we take that AM modulation, FM modulation, if you see the kit, so to connect between 2 points, there used to have a patch card. So due to the invention of the patch card, the panel now it is you can be able to establish circuit connections. So here only that n connections are required in a central office. Suppose if it is the n users, only n connection is sufficient required in a central office. They will using the patch card, either it is manual, then automatically in the future the automatic circuit switching also came due to the advancement of computers. Even if you see here, this is nothing but an hierarchical network structure. This is our the user equipment. This is our user equipment. This is the local exchange. Suppose I want to establish connections. I will the end users will connect to the local exchange. And then it will go to the main exchange. Tandem, it is nothing but the main exchange. Again, that will go to for example, if you take in Vellore, so this is nothing but suppose we are having connections in AIR VAT. This is our local exchange. Maybe it is there in our the card. From here, it will go to the next the main exchange. From there, it will go to that overall exchange, which is there available in any city. From here, it will go to again that the next that data for layer basically. Then it will go to that local exchange. Then it will reach the end users. It will reach the end users. So this is nothing but a hierarchical the network architecture. It is like a systematic hierarchical method in the structure. So different phases of connections. I think now we are using mobile phone, so we are not able to visualize all these things. But if anyone is having the telephone connection. If you are picking your the receiver handset, immediately that time you may receive dial tone. You may receive dial tone. I think if you see that in a intercom in our the university, I think a few members they had experience. I think a few members I think they used the normal telephone line. If you pick the handset, the receiver, immediately you will receive the dial tone. Then after receiving dial tone only, we used to dial the numbers. We used to dial the numbers without without having receiving dial tone. If you are dialing number, it won't reach. The dial tone it is the symbol which is indicate that your telephone connections it is working perfectly. If you are not receiving dial tone, automatically you understand that so your the telephone connections it may be under repair. It may be under repair. It is not working perfectly. So once if you are dialing number, then the telephone network will select the route. Suppose I want to maybe here from this is nothing but Vellore. I want to connect one number to Chennai. So the respective network select the route through which route they have to reach that end users which is there in Chennai. Then the connection has been established. Then the called party has been alerted. If you are dialing number, automatically network select the route, then it establishes connection, then it will create the ring in a called party. So this is nothing but the connection setup. The first four phase, it is nothing but the connection setup. Once if the called party is picking the receiver, automatically the connections will be established. Now we are going to exchange our voice. This is nothing but the information transfer. Once I have completed, either called party may cut down the line or calling party also may cut down the line. If I am keeping my receiver again on the handset, so the signal will again go to the respective exchange. Then it will reach the another users for a connection. So this is nothing but three phases of connection. One is nothing but connection setup, the information transfer, connection. This is normal the three phases of establishing any telephone connection. So the computer connections now due to the technology development, a computer controls connection and telephone switch. So the switch instead of that using batch card, now the computer which is used to establish the connections. Since it is the computing device, it is having the intelligence inside the network. So a separate signal network is required because since it is purely based on the computer connections, a separate the signaling network is required to establish connections between the calling party to the called party. So this is the technology development due to the computer. So now the computer has been used to establish the circuit switch. If you see that the elements of telephone network to establish the telephone network, so definitely you need digital transmission, that switching. Then you have to establish the circuit switching. Then you need the systematic hierarchical network structure to establish the connection. Then you need the signal network to create the intelligence inside network. If you see here, comparing to the telegraph and telephone, in a telegraph, it has digital transmission switching, then it has a manual switching. But if you see here, and in a telephone network, additionally it is having hierarchical network, then it is having signal network. Then we will move to the packet switching. I think we have seen about the last class what is protocol. The protocol is a set of rules that governs as two or more communicating parties are to interact. It is set of procedure which is that governs to establish connections between the two or more different parties. So the different types of the examples for the protocol, that is IP Internet Protocol, TCP, HTTP, SMTP. In the detail about each and every protocol, you will see in the forthcoming modules. So now communication between a computer, it requires specific rules, because suppose if two persons we are talking, so we are an intelligent the member, so automatically we can think ourselves, then we can able to establish a connection, we can able to speak. But in the computer, if you want to establish connections, we should define the specific rule. That set of rule is called as a protocol. So protocol, it is nothing but it is related to the computers. Now, if you see that a familiar protocol, the same same example. Now caller dials 044. System replies. So what is the city or to establish connection? Now the caller replies, I want to connect my friend who is available in Chennai. Then now system replies, what is the name of your friend? They have to establish a connection. Now caller replies, Simpson. My friend name is Simpson. So I want to establish the connections to Simpson. Now the system replies, thank you, please hold. Now caller is waits. The system, it is, searching. Then operator replies, do you have any first name or street name? Because here there is no number, because only we are going to establish the connections between the computers. It is for just example. Now I think we are having IP address to establish the connections. But it is only the just example to understand. Now the operator replies, do you have any first name or street? But in conventionally, technically in a computer, the network, so using IP address only we are going to establish. Instead of do you have first name or street, so the system will replace IP address. Kindly enter the IP address of the end user. So now the caller replies. Yeah, Green Waste Road, because already the caller told Simpson is the name. Now caller replies that Green Waste Road. So in a Green Waste Road, Simpson is available. Now operator, he's searching. Then he's also replying, okay, thank you, please hold. Now operator, searching all these things. Now system replies with the number to the caller dials. Then caller and called party can able to establish the connections. This is only the firmware protocol. How the exact step-by-step procedure it is established between the caller as well as system, or caller with the calling party. If you see the terminal oriented network, because due to the technology, the development, now we used to have the terminal oriented network. This is nothing but a normal the connections. It is an the normal the communications the establishment with the computing device. So from terminal, we used to connect the modem, because modem it is nothing but modulator and demodulator. So previously we used to have the normal things. Now since we are going for all these things, it is establishing using the computer networks. So since it involves both the modulation, demodulation built in a single thing, so automatically modem is required to establish a connection through computers. So the early computer system are very expensive, because that time even that the mainframe computer, all that computer cost is very high. So previously, if you see here, each and every terminal it requires the separate system here. But if you see that last line, so you can be able to connect more number of terminal using telephone network using the time sharing method. But olden days only that it has a single connections. I want to establish the computer systems connections. I should lay down here the separate wire for a particular the computer systems. So due to the time sharing method, different switching techniques, different multiplexing techniques, now we can be able to using the modem and modem or telephone network, we can be able to establish the connections with the different terminal using the single network. So this is nothing but the terminal oriented network. So due to the sharing of that, we are going to share the same medium with the different user. So automatically, that medium access control also plays a vital role, because we are going to share that same medium with the different users. You see here in these things, now this is nothing but the host computer. And now this sends the polling frames as well as output frames to all the terminals. So terminals at the different locations in a city must avoid pollutions in the inbound line. So if it is a different city, automatically it is having the separate line. If it is the same city, using the same line, you can be able to send the polling frames. It reaches all the terminals. If you know any the terminal it matches with the polling frame, it's send an input frame using the shared method. If you see here, to establish even n number of terminal also, you need only two cables. One is nothing but for a polling frames, output frames. Next is for input frames. This polling frame which is used to establish the connections. This input frame will reply with the input. Once connection has been established, the same polling frame, the cable, it is used to send the output frames. Output frames. You see here in the previous, the normal conventional, to establish the connections, you need the N. You see here, you need the N connections in the normal circuit switching. If you are going for, the sharing of the medium, only the one cable is required for a downlink, the one cable is required for an uplink. So totally two the cable is required to establish the connections if it is the n number of users also by means of medium access, sharing the common medium to for transmission for the uplink as well as for the downlink. Then one more method, I think you studied many multiplexing method. So this is nothing but the statistical multiplexing the method. Here it allows the line to carry frames that contain messages to from the multiple channels. So frames are buffered at the multiplexer until line becomes available. That is a store and forward. Here all these things will be the buffer in a multiplexer. Then it will reach the respective terminals. You see here in the previous. So this the polling frame, it will send to all the terminals. Wherever that polling address is matches with the terminal, that particular terminal will respond with the input frames. But if you see here in a multiplexing, all those informations will be stored here. Depending upon that, vacancy of availability of this line, it will directly only send the information to the particular terminals, because it contains header as well as the respective CRC. So the header will contains the respective destination address. So depending upon this header address, so the multiplexer will identify the terminal. It will only forward that information is packet to only to the particular terminal. So that is the difference between MAC with the multiplexing. If you compare this MAC to multiplexing, so multiplexing it is always it is a higher speed with higher accuracy comparing to the MAC control. So now if you see here, the terminal oriented network, if you are combining with MUX all other things. If you see the previous terminal oriented network, so here it need each and every terminal with a separate line. But if you see here, after integrating multiplexing and the MAC, medium access control, so enough from central stations, only one line will go to Delhi. So here this is a multiplexer. Depending upon the header, it will only transmit the information to the particular users. Similarly for other city, Mumbai, for Chennai, as well as for the Calcutta. From here, central stations to the particular city, it have only the single cable. That multiplexer will distribute the respective informations to the end users by means of identifying the header information, by means of identifying the receiver address. That is a receiver, that's a destination address. So now, so the computer to compute networks. So due to the technology development, due to the flexibility, due to the multiplexing, now the cost has been dropped in a very high speed with a very low cost. Then similarly, it is having the flexibility. Then applications, for example, file transfer, then execution of programs, the multiprocess. Now, due to the technology development, the computer-to-computer networks, it's is supposed to connect with the more number of users. Then it's supposed to support to the many applications. So that is the reason packet switching came into picture. Because in a multiplexing also we are not going for with the packet, only we are using the framing. So the packet switching, now the network should support multiple applications because it has to support multiple applications. So automatically, the packet switching plays the vital role. So in the packet switching, network transfers packet switching store and forward. Instead of only the frame, it transmits the packets. Packets have a maximum length. So break long messages into the multiple packets. Multiple packets. Suppose I'm having maybe the message length of maybe for example with the uh, 10,000 bytes. 10,000 bytes. I can break this into 10. So 1,000 bytes each packet. Then I will affix that particular packet in a multiplexing with other users. Then I can be able to transmit because it is nothing but the sharing system. Sharing system. It supports multiple applications. Suppose for example, consider through single medium I want to share with the three different applications. Let us consider each contains the 10,000 bytes length of the packets. In a single frame, so I can add three packets. That is a packet one of the first users, packet one of second user, packet one of third users. Now in the second frame, I can add packet two of first users, packet two of second users, packet two of third users. This way I can be able to multiplex, I can able to break the long, the packets into the small packets, message into small packets. Then I can multiplex using the existing line. If you are implementing this automatically, using the single line, using single system, it can able to support with the multiple applications. The best example, ARPANET with the testbed. They introduced the first ARPANET switch. We see here the first host generate messages. This is the host, this is the receiver. Host generates the messages, it reaches the next packet switch. So next, source packet switch converts message into packet. Here it is, message is coming. Next, that message is converted into the packet, different packets. So the first packet it is transmitting through this line. Second packet it is transmitting through this line. After that, all these things will reach us here. It combines, it reaches the destination, the receiver delivers the message. So if you see here, automatically speed is also increased because it is having more number of the packet switches. So I can break the long packet into the small. I can select different paths also to reach. At the end side, again, in all the packets has been combined, it delivers the messages. So this is nothing but an alternate in the packet switching examples. So the internet, it is nothing but interconnecting more number of different networks. So the different network types emerge for data transfer between computers. So each network has its own protocol and its possibility built in different technologies. So therefore, internetworking it is nothing but it required some set of procedure to establish the connections between computers which is attached to different networks. Suppose, for example, in VIT, we are having the different the LAN, different network. Similarly, some other institute is having different network. So through internet, we can be able to establish the connections between our network to the another network. So the internet network, it is an intelligent protocols. It should have intelligent protocols that may suitable to enable the communication between the computers which is connected on a different network. So internet network, it is nothing but a network of network. It is nothing but a network of network, or it is an interconnection of the many networks. Now, if you see that IP protocol, router, it is always gateways, which is used to establish a connections between the two different networks. Now, host computers prepare IP packets and transmit them over the attached network. This router forward IP packets across network. So best effort IP transfer service, no transmission. Suppose if it is best effort without any the error, if it is transmitting, if it is receiving at the receiver side, no need for any retransmission. So this is net 2. Net 2 may connect the different hosts Net 1 also may connect different hosts. So now through the single network, so this host will communicate the message from network 1 to the network node through the router. So this is the different network. This is the different network. So using the router, we are able to connect to different network. So this is nothing but an internet network. The protocol which is to establish the connections, it is nothing but the IP protocol. So addressing and routing, always it contains network ID plus host ID. Suppose I want to connect from net 1 to net 5. Let us consider this is the sender, this is the receiver. So in the address, always it should contain network 5, that is a net ID. This host ID also it should have. So now the sender, if send a message with the network ID host ID, that is network ID net 5, let us consider host ID, this may be S4. So if it is 5 S4, automatically this message will go here, it will go here, it will reach us here, because net 5 it is the network ID. In the net 5, S4 is the host ID. So if it contains both these things, IP packets routed according to the network ID, then it distributed to the end users. So now if you see here that the different elements required to establish the computer network, the same, the digital transmission, it is common to all. Then medium access control, because here we are going to access the same medium for different users. Then definitely we need the address to identify the network, host ID plus network ID. Then definitely we have to transfer packets across a different packet network. Then routing tables, because if you see here in the previous thing, to reach from net 1 to net 5, I can go in this way, I can go in this way, I can go in this way. So automatically routing table, which route is the best, which route is the optimal route. So automatically the computer network, it should update the routing table. With the problem how to find out optimal routing table, all these things you will see in the forthcoming modules. So that is also one of the elements to establish the computer network. Then congestion control inside network, or definitely to avoid the congestions, to avoid the traffic congestions, it required congestion control. Then internetworking, because we are going to establish the different multiple network. Segmentation or reassembly, because in the starting stage we are breaking a lengthier message into small packets. In the receiving side, we are going to reassemble to retrieve the original messages. So end-to-end transport protocol to process the end-to-end communication. Then applications, because we are going to multiplex 2 to 3 applications in a single network, definitely we have to define applications. Automatically, finally, we need intelligence. So the benefits, if you are using computer networks, so resource sharing, even you can be able to go for file sharing. You can be able to share the peripherals. You can be able to share the software also with the multi-user license. Then shared internet access. We can be able to share the internet also. Then calculation of distributions. The routing table, how we are going to distribute the packets. That is also easily you can be able to calculate if you are using the computer networks. So that's all about today's class. So we have seen about manual switching, packet switching, as well as circuit switching. Then we have seen about the elements required to establish the computer networks. Then we have seen about the benefits of the computer networks. So next topic we will see in the next class. Okay, thank you. We can leave now.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, my laptop went into update, sir. Actually, I set auto update. That's why I was not able to join for the first 5-6 minutes, sir.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, but thank you. Take care. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir?
Thank you.
Hello?
Yeah,
Thank you,
yes.
sir.
Yeah. Yes. Any doubt? Siddharth Menon, I think you asked something.
No, sir, no, I only asked about the update, sir. Like
Okay,
my
okay, 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 but thank you.
So excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So yesterday, like during a lab session, like you asked us to install VM software, right?
Yeah, VMware, yeah.
So, but I couldn't like install it, although I tried some fixes, but nothing worked.
Kindly update the Java.
Yes, sir. Like you suggested me to update Java, but that also didn't work. But
Okay.
like I tried using the online from directly browser. I like accessed VMware and that worked. Is it fine? Like
Oh,
access,
yeah, no problem. It's fine.
like accessing through the browser.
Yeah, no problem. You can access that also.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Sir, that
Yeah.
software is a NetSim.
Yeah.
Can we keep in the laptop? Actually, we can download from the VM online computer.
No, I'm not clear.
No, sir. Can we download from the VIT computer to keep in the laptop and then we can use? Actually, it's tracking a lot in the online actually, or in the app which we have downloaded, VMware.
Okay, but the NetSim it is an license based. So maybe I think one more guy he told through the VMware browser you can access to online.
Sir, through VMware also, it's tracking a lot actually.
Okay, what is another solutions you are suggesting?
No, we can copy the file and keep in the laptop and then we can
No,
install the application.
that NetSim software,
Yes, sir. That's
but that is license based. You cannot able to download that software.
means okay.
That is the problem. It is license based, server based license.
Cracked version can we download it?
Maybe you can find in a TEDCAS website. TEDCAS it is the actual vendor for the NetSim. I think you can download the cracked versions in the website.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye.